So I'm kind of thinking this is really cool. I'm not being conscious of my thoughts. So why don't I just start waking up in the morning, telling myself I'm beautiful, I'm awesome. Why do I need to take Intensati? Are there any secrets to Intensati?
Well, the secret is, so there are 3 things that make up a state, right? So Intensati works on changing your state.
Okay.
So the 3 things that make up a state are your language.
Okay.
So the words that you're saying to yourself.
Okay.
Your focus, what it is that you're focusing on at the moment, at the present moment, and your physiology. So how you're seated, how you're standing, how you're breathing. So the thing is, when you're in a state of fight or flight related to the root chakra, when you're in a state of fight or flight, your language will most likely be panicky. Like I know that when I'm in a state of fear, like for example, when I was in Peru driving off the side of a mountain, I was terrified. So my language was, oh my God, I'm gonna die. My physiology was very panicked. My heart was racing. I was taking very short breaths and I felt like extremely anxious.
Yeah.
And my focus, I was focusing on the fear of, falling off the mountain. So consciously, what the practice, because of this Intensati practice, especially this root chakra one, I was able to consciously say, okay, Marie, what's your state right now? So I said to myself, okay, what's your state? So my language was fear, right? My focus was fear-based, and my physiology was panic, fight or flight. So how can you change this? How can you put yourself in a better state? Because at the end of the day, you're here, there's so much beauty around, right? So I took a deep breath. That was one thing that I did, which automatically changed my physiology. I was able to breathe better. I slowed down my breathing. I changed my language from I am going to die to I am safe and secure, right? And I started to do those powerful movements that Intensati offers in this course while I was saying this on the bus and everything. Doesn't matter where you are, you can take this with you. I started doing the movements seated in my seat, doing the movements that went along with that affirmation. And I started to focus on the beauty that was around me. Because although, yes, we were on the side of a mountain and it was scary, we were on the side of a mountain and it was beautiful. So just in that simple moment, because that's really all it was, I changed my state. And I was able to actually be more present in my body and just take in the beauty that was around me rather than just sit on the bus terrified that something bad was going to happen. So right away I moved from fear, from a state of fear to love. And that is actually the definition of a miracle. So the definition of a miracle is a shift in perception from fear to love.
Wow.
So every day when you change your thoughts and you embody these affirmations and you do these movements, especially with this class and this workshop, you're shifting your state. You're creating a miracle. Right?
Oh. So you're saying that all these 50,000 thoughts that I'm having, in a sense, it's preventing me from having miracles.
Yes.
And maybe taking this course, I can finally have more of the miracles that I'm looking for to bring me to where I want to be. And with Intensati, it sounds like even I can bring the practice to everyday moments where we have fear, because we're always fearing something.
Yes.
Even in this moment, am I going to mess up?
Yes.
Yes. There's and that fear really pulls awareness out of my body. And when I'm not aware of my body, I'm not in touch with my root chakra, and I'm not able to just run and do the hot shit that I'm supposed to do to change the world, to help other people. So, but how does Intensati actually do that? What am I going to be doing? Because what if I think that I'm not changeable? What if I just have too many thoughts? And
well, then you really need to come take class. See, that's the thing. And for some people...
What would I do in the class?
Well, in the class, you're saying these positive affirmations,
Okay.
right? But with each positive affirmation, there's a movement. There's a specific movement that starts to generate a chemical reaction in your body. So there's a chemical shift, a chemical change that happens in your body, which brings you closer to love, right? Takes you out of a state of fear and brings you closer to love. So it's the affirmation, the movements, and the embodying of these movements. And you do this with everyone else? At the same time.
Like at the same time, everyone's
doing it, and that's another thing, right? when you're in a class, so like you were saying before, why can't I just wake up at home and say
Yeah.
it? When you're in a class and you're all working towards a greater good, for example, we're trying to make a shift, a miracle happen, and everyone's consciously doing it at the same time.
Yeah.
Your vibration, the energy of the class elevates automatically.
Yeah.
Right? It's scientifically proven, right?
Uh-huh.
They've scientifically proven studies where, especially in spirituality, if they measure the energy above, let's say, a church or a place of prayer, the energy, the vibration is extremely high. So intensati, it's the same goes for intensati.
Wow.
And, you know, it creates this beautiful state for everyone. And even if you come in, I mean, when I first started this practice, I was like, I have to say these words out loud because I was all about the cardio. I was like, I'm not saying this. I am strong. I am powerful. Like, what? So I just did the movements and everyone else was in it. And then all of a sudden, something happened. A shift happened. And I found myself saying these affirmations. I had a miracle.
Yeah.
I found myself saying these affirmations and being like, oh my God, I want more.
Yeah.
And then walking down the street and saying, I am strong. I am powerful. And then that fear or those thought patterns that I had of myself previously started to dissipate.
So what I hear is that if I take Intensati, I will learn powerful affirmations I can say to put me onto the right path, to really push out the negative thoughts. I'll learn positive, powerful movements. I'll learn how to synchronize them to chemically change my body.
Yes.
And what I really like is I will have a safe space to practice this, to do this, and to actually face my fear, to be in my body and to say these pauses. I'll have a safe place and guidance from you to do this.
Yes.
So all I have to say to you guys then is, are you guys ready for little miracles to happen to you?
Yes.
You ready?
I'm ready.
I'm
You
ready?
ready?
All right.